welcome Professor Faisal Fayazor, CEO Neuron Technologies, Pakistan, and former project manager, Punjab University. And he is going to share his topic on how to write a research article for Scopus journal. Let me have a brief intro about Faisal sir. He is an ISEF Symposium presenter 2022 Atlanta, USA, and former project manager and lecturer of Punjab University and Cambridge certified computer science teacher and Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert, Backlit Ambassador and Golden Ambassador of 21st DigiSkills qualified member of PMI USA. And he is also an international gymnast of Pakistan and Pakistan Gymnastic Federation, an international advisory board member of International Association of Physical Education and Sports Science. And also he has received a Golden Ambassador Skills Award. And he is also an editorial board member of International Journal of Innovative and Technology Education and ambassador of Young World Society International and World Voice of International. And also the member of International Organization of Research, Educational Research and the International Federation Physical Education and Sports Science, Sports Sciences and Gymnastic, and ambassador of Sports in World Sports University. Sir, we are very much happy to have you for this final day of FDP final session. Sir, now the session is yours.
Okay, audience, I'm coming. Just 1 minute.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, greetings. Good afternoon, good evening to all of you. Thank you very much, Miss Dr. Shojila. She invited me here to present a presentation how to write a research article for Scopus Journal. So this one is the basically only presentation which totally related to research, that in which way you can do this thing and how you can enhance the basically your ranking. So here I want to tell you one thing, that at world level there are mostly two basically journals which are worldwide recognized. The first one, which is Web of Science and Web for Science, and the other one is Scopus Journal. So priority wise they have some different parameters, but gradually we will basically see that what are these things. So first of all, we are seeing that what the things that Scopus is basically trying to cover and what are the main things. So looking to find and evaluate the right research, Scopus have you scored. So this one is the basically diagram you are looking at. 70 plus million content records, 23,500 plus journal titles, publishers, and something like. So it's all about to this thing that it's worldwide, it is being accepted. So the most important thing is precision, accuracy, significant number. So these are the basically main thing which we have to see, that our research or our article, whatever the idea that we are going to deliver, it should be unique and it should be new one. Know very well that nowadays research, many people are basically always in the whole world, different peoples in different fields, they are merging, they are innovating different things, and they are always ready to produce and to do some new things. So same like that, there is a need of accuracy and significant number of something like that. Your research, your idea, your product, your theme should be according to that thing, that it become basically valuable. which should be new one. According to Bloom's taxonomy, we know very well this is the era of creation, where different things are being basically, we can see that anyone is able to create and generates different things. So, so everything nowadays, no one have any problem and no one basically having any limitation. Each and everyone can do anything. So this is basically research or research oriented thing. So when we talk about this thing that research, so research it obviously new thing. Significant number that your content and your delivery and it's basically you can say the theme should be accurate and something like that. No one basically having the plagiarism ratio. If it is if your idea is patent, then its worth will become more reliable in the world and even it can be used or as commercial based as well. Citation and references and bibliography, we know very well, new research builds on previously published works, which should always be acknowledged. So, research having different, you can say, different types and ways as well. One ways of research is this that you are generating a new idea, and the other one is basically doing that you are extending the research idea of someone and you are basically enhancing the potential, its boundary, or you adding more feature in it due to which reason it's become valuable in the world. So when we talk about citation and references and bibliography, so it means that how much tendency is available in the world about to that topic. So new research totally we can say it's linked with your earlier. And humans always basically improve themselves gradually. It doesn't happen that once ever they basically introduce or make a new thing and it's really not in this way basically human mankind having such kind of development. So when we talk about format of citation and references vary, we know very well references make sure that you stick to the guidelines of the journal. Number in parentheses, number is superscript, alphabetical order, Kroner and Wernick 2002. Also pay attention to the journal abbreviation. So say there are different kinds and variety of references are available, which are basically depend on the rules and regulation of your journal and the basically theme. So Scopus basically it's the you can say the more second most basically journal of the world, which is accepted all over the world, all over in the world, and it's basically having its worth in the world. Major writing styles. When we talk about, so these are the some of the patterns that we know very well, which are very important: APA, MLA, IEEE, Harvard, Chicago. So these are the writing styles are available for your research. You can use anyone, you can follow to anyone. So so you have to basically manage yourself and arrange the basically research document according to their rules and regulation and guidelines. So American Psychological Association APA and Modern Language Association, you are looking here MLA, and then Institute of Electrical Engineering and Electronic Engineers. So these are three main things which basically accepted all over the world and they have their own worth as well. APA, American Psychological Association, you know very well that's it's related journal article print, author, title of journal article, title of journal, volume number, issue number, page number of the article. So this is the format of APA which we have to follow. And according to that, we have to basically set our research document or article according to this format. So it's just like set of protocol of every journal, set of protocol of every worldwide standard based organization or organization which basically follow that thing. So these are some of the formats. So when we talk about chemical engineering general insights in the modeling of absorption isotherm systems, so you can see it's having its own styles or the thing. In text, your bibliography, So you are looking at what is the format, and in this way you have to provide. Electronic article. So this one is the thing that you are looking. Author, year of publication, title of journal article, title of journal. This should be in italics. Then online, volume number, issue number, page number of the article. So these are the basic requirement in your basically citation or something in your references. So when we talk about review article, so I am putting an example here, drinking water quality status and contamination in Pakistan. So here different authors name are here, and the most at the top you are looking Biomed Research International, then volume number, article ID, page number, and its web address is here. And according to that, its author have been mentioned underneath of this thing. So drinking water quality, if we want to basically mention in APA format, so you are looking here in text, we have to provide your bibliography, and in this way author names are there according to that format. Then your title of journal is there, then online link is here. So it means every journal, every article, and every organization having its own rules and regulation. So according to that, we have to proceed and we have to follow. And obviously, they evaluate, they verify. So in this way, they basically check that the researcher or the basically initiator is basically following the instruction or not. So when you follow and according to that format, you fulfill and provide that item, then obviously everyone like, and obviously it will be accepted, and you can say that it's plagiarism and it's patent value rate, it's basically ranking, whatever, it will be evaluated in a nice way. So this one is the example you are looking here, book, print, author, editor. If it is an editor, always put ed after the name. So ed in APA, it stands for editor. Year of publication. So author is the basically writer, and editor is the person who basically edit and make the content and refine the content as well. Author is basically the person who gave the real idea, but he took help of someone to refine or to make the content in a better way. So in this way, editor can be mentioned. Year of publication is here. Title, this should be in italic. In APA, we have to always provide in italic format our title. Series title and number if part of a series. Edition if not the first edition. So edition number should be there if it is number one. So try to basically omit that thing. Otherwise, provide second edition, third edition, or whatever if you like. Place of publication, where it was published. If there is more than one place listed, use the first name. So you have to provide the first name where it was published, and after that, according to sequence, you can provide the name. So here underneath it is an again an example, Siemens NE, Menzies B and Matthews M2001, a short course in soil. So this one is your title, and after that there is a London where it was published, Thomas Telford Publishing. So this one is the basically your place of publication or publisher name. So in this way you can do this thing. Again, electronic article or website article. So this one is the again idea, it's in front of you already. We have discussed the example of this thing, that drinking water quality. So we have to firstly provide the Biomed Research International, then volume number, article ID, then page numbers, and its online link. But when we talk about in EPA format, so its format is just like this: drinking water quality in text, your bibliography, and in this way you have to provide all things. So you are looking here drinking water quality status, and after that your bibliography, each and everything have been mentioned here. UNICEF format, underneath you can see official position on water fluoridation in text and bibliography, and then the basically publishing date and online link. So in-text citation, what it is. So high fluoride level wastewater is produced every day by industries. So this is just like basically you can provide the example that your citation should be like in this way, that it is a summarized form or it gives the real idea. So fluoride removal technology has been a subject of interest among researchers for many years. Table 2. So here you can only provide the high level information to your uh, audience as well. References have been mentioned, and after that you can see the title, and again there is a article name and it is in italic, then publishing, then online link. So these are some of the examples that I have mentioned here for your reasons, and you are looking, these are all APA format, and in this way you can write down your research papers. So digital object identifier, what it is. Save time organizing and writing papers. So there are many other basically digital tools are available nowadays through which you can do something. So powerful reference manager, network with more than 6 million users, connect and collaborate global community. This site, this for me, most of the properties are free, very economical lifetime membership. So end notes, and this one is Mendeley. It is a basically very good tool for your reference number, end notes, or your citation as well. So you can use this thing mendeley.com. So when we talk about Scopus, so turn to Scopus for broad coverage across all subject areas. So you are looking here that it covers 31% of your health sciences, and physical sciences you are looking, it covers 28%. And again, Scopus is basically a worldwide standard, and mostly people having Google Scholar ID and the other things, but Scholar have preference is much better than other. So there is a hierarchy. Social sciences you are looking 25% basically Scopus focus on it on this field, social sciences, and 28% on physical sciences, and then 31% on health sciences. So this is the basically statistical analysis, statistical ratio of Scopus on which basically Scopus try to basically rigid or try to concentrate to basically streamline the basically you can say humanity or the social lives of the human. So 31% health sciences. So this one is the largest portion of Scopus on which Scopus like to research or to do the things. Other one you have seen physical sciences. Again, these are related to your physical humans and their needs and their basically you can say for the betterment. So you are looking here search across 12,100 plus physical science titles, 28% of Scopus publication. So this one is this that 100% if we see the threshold of our Scopus General, so 28% it's totally related with your physical sciences, and 31% is related to your health sciences. And we can look here that 25% of social sciences field is here which related to your arts and humanities, and in this way the other things can be managed. And Google's Scholar ID and the other general ranking, it's basically underneath of Scopus. Scopus preference in the world at the second position. So the world's most connected research database, out of 23500 journal titles available, 17% are active gold open access titles are here, and it means no one can deny the importance of your Scopus journal. So Web for Science, it's highly ranked, but after that, Scopus having some work underneath of Web for Science, but widely it is accepted and it's playing a vital role in the research as well. Scopus is first step two. You can see here, my task, discover what research exists globally. Mean, if you have your interest, so just try to search that what researcher, what they have done in the world in this specific field or subject. And second point is your obviously look for new ideas and research opportunities. So it means that in at first level you will try to basically see that what is the current level of research and what the innovation or invention are being happening in the world according to this time. It means Scopus making and store and save each and everything for every human, and it making the standard for the research publication or something like. So when we talk about figure out who to follow and collaborate with. So obviously this one is again point in-depth author and article level matrices help you evaluate research impact. So if we just look at first point, so you can see that discover what research exists globally. So effective research tools get you to the right result quickly. So it provides you that where the world stands and where it is. So in this way, you can see and you can basically manage the boundary of your research. Second point, look for new ideas and research opportunities. So in this way, you can analyze and analytical tools give you insight and a unique view into the data where you can see that what you can do and what was happened in the past. So in this way, you can do, you can manage, you can roll out new ideas and you can basically help and serve the humanity while creating, while managing a new research article as well. Here again, most important thing is this, that Scopus is highly ranked journal where whatever you have done, it will be widely accepted in the whole world. And one more thing, that whatever you have done, it has been stored in the repository and it's highly, you can say, acceptable in the whole world. So your research cannot be basically stolen by someone and no one can use basically your idea. And if you make the research, make the thing as a patent as well, so it will become more secure and more advanced thing. But patent is of your idea, research or your product, it's really difficult task and there's a long case where we have to provide basically UPS पे लगाओ. So in this way we can do this thing. Third point, figure out who to follow and collaborate with. So in this way you can see this thing, that who did what and what happened and what the things are available and who is the main author of this field and who are the expertise. So in this way you can collaborate the right person, you can basically access them and in this way you can get more help. So it can measure and compare journal citation impact with the new site score metrics freely available at journalmetrics.scopus.com. So this one is the most important thing, that you can check that what happened at what level and what the things are remaining which may be for you to do research, to write a research on that topic. So you can identify the area on which you can do something and in this way you can basically highlight and in this way you can create something new. Again, there is a great difference between invention and innovation. When we talk about invention, invention is a new thing. So invention is creation of something. But on the other hand, when we talk about innovation, so innovation is also this thing that already someone has created something, but you adding some more feature in it. And in this way, you are making the research more advanced while covering the missing area of that research and extending the research. So in this way, you can do something better than other. So these are the point on which we have to follow while working on research paper, while writing any research paper on Scopus. Decide which journal to submit my paper to. So there are some less privileged journals are available, which basically you can say less difficult or less comparison as compared to Scopus and the other one. But in this way, you can rank and you can learn something and you can cover, mean less privileged journals can basically give you encouragement to write something and in this way you can make and refine your content more. So after this, it will evaluate my own success. Whatever you have done, It will be obviously monitored through H index and article research impact, that after doing this, what happened, what the impact, and what you are doing, and what the experts are saying about your research. That is basically its implication, or its basically implementation is possible or not in the world. What are the basically pros and cons of this research, and where it can be fitted and where it can be deployed. So such kind of all thing you can see. But again, you have to find out, you have to explore those area while just reading, reviewing the Scopus journal, and in this way you can find out an area where you can, where your interest basically attract you, and in this way you are able to do something. Make sure my profile is up to date. Check the accuracy of your Scopus record and integrate with ORCID. So ORCID, it's basically standard format which help you to basically check this thing, that where you stand and where is your research is standing. How many plagiarism, what type of plagiarism, what the parameters you missed, how much content basically synonyms were used, how much your research is patent. So you can say whatever you have created while writing your research paper, it has been basically evaluated from all aspects. So in this way, you can basically write. But Scopus Journal, it covers all parameter. It's not easy to write and basically to fulfill all the requirements of Scopus Journal. For this, there is a need to work and to review, to explore the weak areas or those area where research having something, you can see that you can do something in that area, and extension is also possible. So if you see, if you basically make new idea, so while working on ORCID, you can basically check that where is your Scopus is standing, and what the remaining areas and what the other things are there, that you can basically do something. Here, research is a complex pursuit, so you need the right tool at your fingertip. Research, write, publish, collaborate, evaluate, present, and at the end, there is a Scopus. Again, I'm showing this slide. Research is a complex pursuit, so you need the right tools at your fingertip. Research you want to do, you have to write, you have to publish, you have to collaborate, you have to evaluate, and then present. So this way you can do something on Scopus. So Scopus, the right information, the right tools at the right time. So Scopus is a advanced, you can say, and highly standard, highly widely accepted journal standard. So it doesn't mean it's having its own expert system and database where everything will be judged and everything will be monitored, that what and in which field, what the basically the other humans are doing their work and what kind of work they have done. Now I'm just discussing the some of the points of writing a review paper. So example, IR imaging of plant diseases. So just go to Google advanced search and type IR imaging plant disease, set file type to Adobe Acrobat PDF, search and select a paper, let me call it paper X. So it means firstly there is a need to basically find out area where you want to do work. Then search firstly on Google and review all the available papers on this topic. When you do this thing, then you can see that how many experts have done work, how many basically persons miss the sum of the areas, and they have suggested some extension of this basically research area. So it means while reviewing, while working, while writing, it means you have to read and explore first of all, and you have to go through all the content which was already available in the world, and in this way you can compare. First, pay attention to the introduction and conclusion. So this one is the most important thing. Excuse me, kindly switch off your mic, please. So first pay attention to the introduction and conclusion. So these are the most important thing. Reason, introduction, it depicts your starting point, that what you are going to do and what type, at what level. So its boundary, its area, its you can say all domain will be settled by at the introduction phase. And conclusion, at the end, what the research, what the outcome of this research, advanced features, advanced outcome, positive outcome, negative outcome. If the outcome are basically negative, so you can basically set some awareness and do something better, that how we can decrease the negativity of this research as well, as a extension of this idea. So it all you can do, but need to review, need to work on the already available journals. It's a gradual progression. Mean whatever Einstein has done, after that other researchers are doing. And some of the theories we have seen in the world, that they are being basically edited, modified as well, while in the past it was widely accepted and appreciated as well. So many things are possible and you can do everything, but there is a need firstly to find our right area, right place, right points, right introduction, and what you will make and what you will create, going to create. So these are the important points about your research. If there is a research which having no impact, no positive outcome, nothing, so it will be really difficult for basically, you can say its worth will be very less. So always try to innovate or invent new things. Reason in the past, whatever it has been done. And if there is something missing, so some of the researcher may be gradually working on that, working on it, and it will be published soon. But if you work on that thing, so maybe when you basically work on it, so whatever the earlier person have done or doing, so they publish there, and your whole work will be, you can say it will be wastage of time, nothing else. So it means you have to collaborate with other researchers, that what they are doing and why they are doing and at what level they are doing. So you have to identify all that parameters and the things, and in this way you can do this thing. As per the introduction, prepare a list of other references. Note the contribution of each paper you list out as stated by the author of paper X. Initially, it will be very handy to arrange the work in a chronological order. Means firstly make a tree, it's a structure chart, that what you will make, and you will just design your research impact on a paper in a chronological order, on a tree, in a structure chart. And after that, you will basically work and provide the detail in your article. While going through the paper, make an estimation whether your title is wide or narrow enough to write a review paper with reasonable size. So again, this is the most important thing, that mostly researchers miss this thing, that whatever they are continuously working, and they basically are unable to identify the boundary of their research. They go beyond their boundary even. But what happened when the stage come of the evaluation? So in this way, their worth or their work will be basically discouraged due to basically not in the boundary range. So it will be always suggested that put your and do your research article always according to the boundary. It should not be going to beyond the boundary. Reason is this, that you will identify the area, and after that you cannot go very far of your boundary. So more papers, if you see, search for each paper listed in the references of paper X. Now better search for any format rather than only PDF. So it means paper X, Y category, X, Y, Z category, they are basically X, Y, Z. So it means they're having some value, means something is new. Even Scopus may be accepted or not accepted, but in the regional journal or the other things, they cover some parameter and they accepted that something is new in this idea. But remember, again, there is a need to work on it and need to basically cover all the formalities and the parameters of your Scopus journal if you want to publish in it. Scopus journal restriction and its requirement is very high. It doesn't mean that it's just like a simple journal you have and you are going to publish in it. So this is not a basically small thing. Here I want to put an example. Einstein said this thing, I'm not smart, but I become smart due to spend more time on complex problems. So this is the main point. In one of the article I read in my basically in my college and university that Einstein basically worked in a organization where he basically write down or read and evaluate different research paper. So in this way, what happened? He basically reading, writing, and finding the weakest areas, and in this way he gained knowledge as well. That what the basically things have been introduced and published and have been developed in the world, and what are the things which are need to basically make or develop or introduce in the world. So according to that, Einstein worked on it and gradually his pace becomes streamlined according to research paper. His thinking process, his basically thinking level become higher as compared to other person. Reason his all whole involvement is fully with the research. So this is the main point. If you involve yourself, if you basically, again, if you basically teach someone, so maybe he will remember something and forget. But if you involve to someone, then obviously he will learn something and able to do that thing in your absence and in your presence as well. So in this way, you can do this thing. So for each paper, you dig out information and list of references as it was done with paper X. So paper X are the basically valuable and it gives you some idea. I will not suggest to read paper Y or other journal, less privileged journal. Reason in this way, you are not basically grasping or identifying the right area where you have to do the work. It's better to do the highly standard journal which is Scopus. ORCID, just read that thing. Read out the Scopus journal and articles so that you could identify that where you can basically you can explore and you can identify the areas. While on the other hand, if we see the other journals and less privileged and less ranking journals, so they are working, but gradually many nationalities and many civilization are continuously or randomly they are working. So maybe they are trying to cover that it should be encouraged to the researcher and maybe he could be able to represent or make his plagiarism clear or 0% for Scopus journal or something else. So research is a not basically simple or small thing. For publishing your paper in Scopus, there is a need of very hard work. It's not a simple thing. You have to cover all the requirement. You have to basically your content, your idea, your refinement, your collaboration, your meeting and communication with the experts is very necessary. Otherwise, you will not able to basically write down a good research paper. Reason experts who are working, they can tell you something and provide you some hint. So this is the era of collaboration where you are free to collaborate to anyone. And whenever humans work together to do something, they basically save the humanity as well, and they basically improve the human mankind easiness and facilities as well. So this is the main thing. If we just look at the past, so what happened when we see Egyptian mummies and Egypt pyramids, Bermuda Triangle, science have done a lot of things, but still science is unable to say something about Bermuda Triangle and your Egyptian mummies, how to basically save these mummies and then Egypt pyramids. Who built that pyramids? So it means in the past civilization, there were some experts or the people or the civilization who's having more knowledge, skill, power, and you can say tools for to as compared to science as well. But science is the new thing, and computer science, due to this reason, you are doing a wonderful task, and this is what science and computer science collaboratively work together, and in this way they are able to connect to all civilization. And this is the first time in the history of the world that everyone is able to communicate and they are connected to each other, and all civilization are able to speak to anyone. But such kind of example you people never ever have observed or seen in the history. Whatever they have done in the past, they are original or for only their civilization. If we talk about British civilization, African, so they have their own rules, regulation, they have their own parameters. So same like now world has become a global village and they all connected to each other. So they are ready to work, they are ready to improve the lives of human. They are trying to save the human lives, they are trying to provide the facilities to human, and it's only due to research where they find out the weakest areas and they find out those areas where experts or researchers can do something, and in this way they can basically refine and they can make a new things as well. If you have scaled down your paper title to a reasonable scope, after referring about 20 paper, you will find that there are not much new papers in the references. So this one is again, if you people are publishing your paper and it's becoming down and its ranking is in very less, you can say less complex or original journals. For example, if you have one Scopus journal, so that will be equal to 5 research papers if you have published at any common or original or Y category research journals, something like. So Scopus journal having a value, it gives you something power. If you are able and you cover the all the requirement, and if you basically try to compete and try to write down that my research paper is for Scopus and I want to publish, and you are continuously doing your effort, then it's obviously it will be able for you to do that thing, but it will be time taking. There is a need of resources, there is a need of collaboration, advices, suggestion, consultation, and there are many other things that you have to do for your research, for your basically article, for publishing in your Scopus journal. Now you are ready for the real work. Go to the first paper in the chronological order, read the paper carefully and extract the major information. This time, pay special attention on the section discussion. So discussion will provide you depth detail at what happened and what in which way this research is become able to become practical, you can say. Tabulate the important aspects of each paper. The abstract and conclusion will help you to tabulate the summary. So abstract and conclusion, it will only provide you the outcome, that what is happening and what will happen, what is the outcome. So abstract and conclusion only describe these things, but detail is nothing. It's in very high level order and you cannot get major details through abstract and conclusion. It only gives you the basically input and output, you can say, where you can only get the details that what and how it is happening. So this is a small, basically, you can see practice for you, that you can write down, you can prepare a list, paper, and in this way, new theories, new methods and technique, new questions, any other contribution. So in this way, you can scroll out, you make a checklist, and you can compare different papers. So in this way, you can grasp some, you can explore, you can become explore to some of the areas where you can do something. So in this way, you can do something and you can basically manage yourself as well. And you can basically find out the more rational areas where your research can become out. optimal outcome as well for you. Otherwise, if you are orally working and you are reading, you are reviewing the research paper manually, and you do not have any checklist, so it will be difficult for you. Reason, we have a volatile memory, we have a short-term memory, human being a human. So obviously we are unable to manage this thing, and at the end we have seen many researchers that their memory has become so much weak. Reason, they do not follow the procedure, they are only basically put the pressure on brain, due to which reason they all, you can say, they have the basically, you can say, memory, short term memory, and they are not able to basically behave like a normal human as well if they have more pressure on their brain or something like. So why not we basically prepare a procedure, prepare a way, prepare a path where we can identify and we can see that in this field specifically who's is working, who has done something, and who's basically created something, and these are the suggestion has been suggested, and these are the weak areas, these are the extensions possible, so you can do something if you are working and follow a procedure. So it will be good for you if you follow this standard. It will be always helpful for any researcher. Now we'll write the paper. Now I'm moving toward that in which way you can write down the research article. Firstly, I introduce about Scopus, what it is, and after that, citation, EPA, and IEEE. We have discussed different standard and in which way you can write down your bibliography and your citation. So reason these are very important, which we have to discuss. If we write any research paper and one of the basically area bibliography or citation is not according to format and it is not able to cover the area, so obviously it will basically its result will be worse for you. So why not we cover and we get all the information for the success of our article. First, decide what journal you are aiming to send the paper. This thing is very important. Scopus or others one, what kind of ranking it has. This one is very important. If you are working in electrical or computer, so journal paper should be registered or should be basically they are affiliated with this field as well. It doesn't mean that you choose a journal which do not like to basically publish computer science or information technology papers, so it will become worse for you. So specifically, first of all, find out the area, and according to that, find out the papers and the journal publishers who accept that field and who are able to, who are ready to work and prosper or to do research and article and something like. By now you have a good idea of the relevant journal, as you have gone through many papers. Go to the journal site and check the guidance for authors. For example, Journal of the Plant Physiology. So in this way, you can find out complete detail of that journal, that what kind of ranking it has, what the parameter of checking. In this way, it can be basically you are able to do something. Pay attention to the scope, structure, and references. So this one is again very important point. In most cases of the journal, the order is title, authors and affiliations, keywords, abstract, introduction, methodology, experiment, setup, result, observation, discussion, conclusion, acknowledgement, references, diagram, figures, and table. So this one is a standard structure for any research article or paper of any journal. And every journal accepts this format. So this one is standard format for any research article. So you are looking the example that Appin A Hurd, Appin S and Markley J2003 formulation and assessment of narrow band vegetation indices from E0 EO-1 hypericon imagery for discriminating sugarcane disease. Proceedings of the special science conference, and again the publishing date and the place. So these are the examples that we are looking. So try to again, it's basically a practice, it's a procedure, and it's you can say for publishing any research paper, you have to fulfill all the requirement of your research paper. If you do not, if you miss any point, then obviously it's become wastage of your time. Plagiarism, patent, synonyms, active voice, passive voice. These are all the basically, again, Grammarly is a very good software. It will help out to you to basically refine your words, to remove the plagiarism or something like. But Grammarly, then Turnitin, these are very good software and it can provide you some help as well. Here, I also want to one thing that if you basically while turn it in, if you basically find out the plagiarism ratio or the average evaluation, so you can after that you can basically save it in your turn it in repository as well. So in this way, what happened, whatever your idea, it will be saved in the whole world and no one is able to steal your area. No one basically can do this thing. If someone do this thing, then automatically turn it in and the basically the research journals of anyone can basically diagnose that this person is copying the idea of this person. So in this way you can save your idea and research as well. So turn it in repository, it's a very good feature and you should basically follow that thing. If you are doing a new thing, if you are working very hard to do something better, so in this way you can manage yourself. Scope of the title, again, IR imaging of plant disease, IR imaging of plant disease in beet cultivation. So first one is very broad area, IR imaging. But at second level, you are looking that I am talking about only plant diseases. And after that, I am specifying in a beet cultivation. So in this way, you can basically restrict your area, that where you will work and what kind of research you will do and for which thing. Research is the basically detailed exploration, detailed you can say workout of to resolve any problem for humans, for this human mankind, and you are producing to produce a new idea, you are generating a new thing. That in this way we can save the human lives and this field, or we can uplift different things. Here I also want to give one example in computer science. There is a very big term large scale integration and very large scale integration. So before 1975, all the standards, networking protocols, and other things were very difficult and it's regional based. But what happened through very large scale integration agreement, they basically gathered all the multinational companies gathered on a single place and they finalized this thing. Why not we do a simple standard? We make a single product which is acceptable in the whole world, by the whole world, and it is basically for all humans, all nationals, all civilization as well. So in this way, they basically nowadays we are looking whatever the standard format or the product is available, or the tool or the gadget, router, whatever, laptop, if they are being used in America, they it can also be accepted in Pakistan and it can be used in Pakistan as well. While in before this very large scale integration and before 1975, the you can say it's different, or it's really you can say it was not possible, but it's humans did this thing, they work together, they refine different things and they are able to merge and shuffle and arrange a new thing for all regions. So this is the main point, that how we can become a one nation, one world people, and global village is the main thing. So this is the example, is it's in front of you, that article title is in front of you, and after that there are some of the formats, keywords are being mentioned, and in this way email ID and all the things are available here. Abstract, you are looking here, it's a small precise 186 words. It should not be more than 200 words. 200 to 250 or 150 to 250. These are basically standard wise. It's that abstract will be good. So this is a standard format. In abstract, you only will tell that what is you going to do. And this paper presents the evaluation of the generated multi-temporal classification and discusses the possibility of detecting and regionalizing sugar beet diseases with hyperspectral system and methods. So it means in abstract, you are telling that this research is will present this thing and working on this area and will cover these things, nothing else. You will only point out that it will be, or it is being tried to overcome this problem, it is being tried to produce this thing, and it is being trying to that the product uh, should be acceptable in the whole world and it should be for all, and in this way the field basically become up as well. So this one is the introduction. It's in front of you. For the majority of the European citizens, the availability of daily food with high quality standard is common. Among other things, this matter of fact attributes to the demands of the legislator and the market, who claim quality control and geo traceability of all processes within the food supply chain with respect to this background. So you can see that in the introduction, you are only telling that what is the detail for which you are doing, how you are going to do. So in this way, you are elaborating. In a review paper, avoid including references in the introduction. This is a major point. In introduction, never ever refer or provide any reference in your introduction. It is highly not recommended that it should be basically avoid to write down any reference in introduction. Instead, explain why the study is important for the scientific world and what exactly being covered in the paper. Uski, instead of this thing, you should provide the scientific description about your paper, that what was available in the world, what you are going to do, and what it will be that will be the outcome of this research. So in this way, you can basically get fruitful result of your research, as well as plagiarism and the other thing could be over, and it will be widely accepted as well. Start a short introduction always. So this one is recommended. Then discussion. So this is the main body of the paper. You may subclassify discussion in a preferred order by subject, plants, machine, buildings, materials, etc. By method, sensing techniques, measuring systems, types of algorithm, detection techniques, etc. By sequence of development. Better not by chronological order, although some do that. So it will be highly recommended in discussion that it is the area where you can write down all the depth of the detail, but never ever mention in the in the sequence of chronological order. Again, I am writing here, telling this thing by method, sensing techniques, measuring system, types of algorithm. So you can write down all the detail. Better not by chronological order, although some do that. There are some people who do that thing, but you should avoid that. Never ever write down in a chronological order. This is where you make your contribution, where you are telling this thing that in the past, the earlier researcher did this thing, now I am the person who is doing this thing. I'm extending this research, I'm making a new innovation, I'm trying to invent something, I'm trying to serve the humanity or something like. So in this way, you can discuss all the things here. What development made by X over Y, why P's method is better than Q's. So all the parameters, questions, and the discussion will be here in your discussion area. Can we find a better method by combining P's and U's work? Is there a consequential development of the subject, or have we gone backwards? What can we predict in the future? So it means these are the questions about your research. These are general questions that I have developed as a sample for you people. So you can do this thing, and in this way you can make something better. You can refine your research. You can basically make your article able to publish it in Scopus journal. Conclusion. Summarize the discussion, highlighting important landmarks and state again what you predict with regard to the development of the subject in the future. So you are telling that I am able to do, I did this research, and after this I am telling that I have done this thing by producing this item, by producing this idea or this thing. So in this way you are telling to the whole world that this is the outcome of this research, and it will have some significant impact on your society and in the world as well, or in the specific field as well. So you can tell here in conclusion area. Acknowledgement, you will write down acknowledgement if you want to do something, you want to thank someone. So you can do this thing, institution where the research is carried out, who basically help out while collaboration, while discussion, while as the editor or something else. Research grants, any institution or individual that extensively supported the research do not acknowledge. So, people who helped in proofreading gave verbal encouragement or gave marginal support, carrying equipment, work processing, transportation, etc. Friends and loved ones, unless they specifically contributed to the research, co-authors. So, try to avoid, never ever try to acknowledge any individual or those person who are basically not directly related to that research. It's better that always acknowledge to those institutions or organizations who are basically directly linked to this specific research or this field. So it will be better for your research. References, make sure that you stick to the guidelines of the journal. Number in parentheses, number in superscript, alphabetical order. So also pay attention to the journal abbreviation. For example, Journal of Geophysical Research. So in this way, you can do this thing. So after this, I'm going to finish my research, my presentation. Thank you very much. So if you want to ask any question, you may discuss with me. I'm available for you. Thank you very much, Miss. I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you're audible. You're audible.
I hope that I have covered 1 hour completely, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Sir,
you.
yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Faisal, sir, for making us to ponder in strategies which we should follow in writing research article with new ideas for the Scopus journal. And your session really an eye-opener for the faculty members and scholars to publish the article with high standards. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Anton.
And dear participants, if you have any
Yes,
queries, you can ask them, sir. And now, after that, we'll move on to the valedictory session.
yes, I yes, I have some couple of questions to ask Dr. Faisal. My name
Yes,
is
sir.
Ibrahim. Yes, my name is Ibrahim Haruna. All right. So, Dr. Faisal, I must say you are very, very good marketer, and you are really pitching us to submit our journals with Scopus. Excellent presentation. I could see that you are very, very experienced researcher. My first question to you, as a researcher, to choose a journal to submit your research article per your experience.
Sir,
That's the
your
first
voice
question.
is not coming in a right way. So this one is my email ID as well. So whatever, if you want to ask, you may send me email as well. Sir, your voice is coming. I am unable to listen your question completely.
Can you hear me?
So these are my email IDs. So I'm writing here, reason there is a distortion, there is a noise is coming and voice is missing. So I am writing email ID here. So I'm always available for you. Anyone, any question if you want to ask, you may just send me email. And I'm also mentioning my WhatsApp number as well. I'm always available for any help, whatever you want to ask, I am available for you. So this one is my email ID and my WhatsApp number is available. Dr. Ibrahim, I'm really grateful, but your voice is missing and I could not listen clearly question.
I can hear you very well. I can hear you very clearly. Can you hear me?
Sir, your voice is not audible, sir. Some struck in your voice.
Sir Ibrahim, your voice is not coming towards me. So, audience, it is welcome from my side. If you write down any question to me and I will reply. So, no hesitation. Anything that you would like to ask, you may send me email and in this way we can coordinate to each other. I'm really grateful to Doctor who invited me and the whole organizing committee that they provide me this platform to speak to all the basically Indian nations and all my you can say neighbors people. I am available for all humans. Reason I basically am a believer of equality.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dear
Doctor,
participants,
I'm
any more
not
questions?
getting it.
Yeah, I have question to ask
Any other
him. He
questions
said
from
he can't hear
participants'
me. I have
side?
some couple of questions. Yeah, I have some couple of questions to ask him. Can
Yeah,
I
yes, please,
go
sir,
ahead?
please.
Yes. So my first question is, Dr. Faisal, which parameters do you consider as a researcher to choose a journal to submit?
Okay, you are just asking about parameters that what the thing that you have to basically follow through that.
Your research?
Your again voice is
Which
basically
parameters
missing,
do
but
you consider?
okay.
That's the first
So
question.
the parameters obviously these are in the presentation I have discussed that find out the area where you can find out the people those who did something in that specific title or topic. Firstly, second point, whatever the idea is it in your brain and you are ready to work on it, try to make or refine your content in such a way that it should not be in the range of plagiarism. So for that, you can choose active to passive voice approach. So Grammarly software you can use, and there are many other softwares are available which you can basically use to refine your content as well. But again, one I have also in during my presentation I mentioned mendeley.com. So that is also a very good thing, good tool which help out to you to do something better for your research. Remember this thing, research mean always a new thing, new discussion, which never ever happened in the history of the world and which is not available in the world database. It's not available in the Google servers. Okay, so parameters are only these parameters are the basically requirements which you can just see that you have to follow to make a new idea. So if your area is new, then obviously your way of communication, your way of talking, your written content will be new one. Reason in the world at the same time, many researchers are working on a same topic. Maybe on a specific topic you are working and you are going to close and finish to your research and you are working on the conclusion, and one of the basically American or any citizen of the world basically publish his research on that thing. So only there is a 2 days before for you. So obviously your research will be, it's become wastage of time. It will be plagiarized. Reason, whatever the idea you are going to generate, it already someone has done work on it, while your methodology may be different or something else. So then you have to work again to refine your research in such a way that how I can differentiate the available with the available research, how can I analyze and find out the differences of earlier research and the my research that I have presented. So parameters are very straightforward. You can say they are very open. It should be new one. It should not be plagiarized content, and you can say it always. You can say never ever anyone have done work on it. Then it will be accepted. So these are the general parameter which every researcher knows very well, that we have to basically follow while publishing any journal, any paper or research article for any journal. So,
Good. Thank you. Thank you.
brother, thank you very much, and kindly send me
Thank you.
email as
Question.
well. I will wait of your email as well.
Sir, I have,
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, your question, please.
yeah. So first of all, it was a very neat presentation and informative as well. But I have some clarifications. Could you please tell us what is the difference between APA, MLA, and Chicago style, citation style, sir? You have explained APA style in a very neat way, but I would like to know more about the rest of the
Yes.
citation style.
It's become lengthy, so that I basically summarized and cover only APA in detail. Reason, these are basically, you can say, standards on which you have to provide your bibliography and citation. So it's just like this, one if follow italic, the other one having a standard format. So it's only format difference is there, nothing else. So their way of formatting Chicago and APA, it's little bit different. But if you just search and you can see the comparison, you just send me email, I will send you some comparison as well, that how it can be differentiated, what is the format of APA and what is the basically Chicago as well. So kindly send me email as well. I will wait for you for your email as well, ma'am.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, sir.
I will
Thank you
point
so
some
much.
for it become good for you. Thank you.
Yeah. Please.
Any other questions from participant side?
Hello,
Shall I move on to the end of the session?
hello.
Yes. Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you,
Yes, ma'am.
Faisal sir, for the enlightening
Please, I
session.
have another question.
Hello, let me say first. Like,
Yes. In your submission, you made mention of Scopus repository.
hello.
Yeah. Please, can I go ahead? Yeah. Can I go ahead with my
Brother
question?
Ibrahim, kindly send me email. I will reply. Your voice is coming not clearly. Please send me email, please. Brother
Thank you.
Ibrahim, please.
Thank you.
Okay, I will wait.
Thank
And
you.
Miss Papi, you are speaking kindly.
Yeah, sir. Like I'm very new to the publishing thing and all, and when the API is demanding, like we have to for move on to for a higher grade, we need to do this. Like it's a very necessary thing for us now. Like I'm very new to this, sir. How would I know that my paper which I have written is very publishable or not? Like I follow the most of the parameters, but sometimes I have the doubt that like if I publish in some very nominal kind of a journal, okay, site, then sometimes we become like where in the Scopus index kind of a journal it would be published or not. So we are full of doubts, sir. So the the simplest way, can you just suggest me, sir, just for a help? Thank you.
So that's a very good question, and answer of this question is very simple. That you use Turnitin software. Obvious, many universities having their paid versions. Okay, So if you having Turnitin facility in your university, you can do this thing and you can find out that how much content is plagiarized and what are the parameters that need to be changed. So in this way, you can check and evaluate your article, and after that, you can refine and check it again and again. In this way, 2 or 3 or 4 times, you can basically evaluate your article through Turnitin option. And when you have seen that your content is basically in the range of acceptable plagiarism, then you can publish it, right? So it depends on you. So when your content become plagiarized, no need to worry about anything. Just get your content, and through Grammarly and other tools are available. You can just change the wording, mean active to passivize, direct to indirect, and just change the you can say context of your question of your statement. Then in this way you can omit that lines and create a new lines which basically are not basically in the range of plagiarism. So in this way you can remove and make less plagiarize your content as well, right?
Okay, sir. Someone told me that like if we put it the website of that plagiarizing, I mean checking,
Yes, some websites are
like we
available,
are
but the problem
against
is this:
self-plagiarizing.
there are many free tools are available, free websites are available where you can check your content refinement. But what happened when you put it your, then they save that thing in the search engine, and when again you search, then again it will be plagiarized. So it's
Yeah,
better
sir.
to you won't waste your time and don't basically allow your content to be stolen by someone. So it's better
Mm.
use Turnitin software or licensed software. Reason, they have the guarantee that they will not allow to anyone to steal your data, as well as, and when you check or evaluate, so it will be always yours. So these free plagiarized software or website, they basically are, they you can say they deceive something in this way that they stole your data. Not completely, but
Okay, sir.
to some extent it will basically, there is a chance. So try to avoid. I
Okay.
will mean for smaller article it's good, but for, you can say it's, if your research is a new thing, new article, so try to avoid the free softwares. Reason,
Okay,
whenever
sir.
there is a free, so there is a backend mechanism of someone who is basically providing the free service to store your data or to do something.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, I will definitely contact you, sir. Please respond
Thank
my
you.
email. Okay, sir. Okay.
Right.
Lakshmi ma'am, can I have a word with you, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Ma'am, I believe that I'll be getting my certificates through email because which I need to submit to my organization. So please ensure, ma'am.
You'll get, ma'am, you'll get everything through mail. That feedback, certificate, everything you'll get through your
Because I haven't
mail, ma'am.
received any feedback form yet.
Yeah, feedback form also, you'll be sending it tonight. It will be ready and you will be sending it through your mail, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, I hope that I have covered some of the area and I'm able to present something in a right way. And
Yes, sir.
I will,
Really,
if you
really,
have
really, sir.
anything, then you may send me email as well.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. So really, we are very
Thank
much
you very much.
grateful to have you for this wonderful session, and really you have given a crystal clear idea about writing research article for Scopus Journal. Thank you so much, sir, once again. And now we'll be moving on to the end of the session, valedictory session. Now I invite Mritula to moderate this session.
Thank you, ma'am. As we near the end of our program, it is time to put a curtain up. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to all of you to this valedictory session of the International Virtual Faculty Development Program on Craft of the Research and Publication. We gain profound understandings into a number of topics pertaining to the craft of the research and publication during the 7 days FDP series. On the subject, academics from the local, national, and international levels enlightened us. All of you are great Greatly appreciated, and thank you very much. A warm welcome is the first sight of hospitality. Words of welcome fill an occasion with warmth and makes one feel that he is meant to be there. This I now request Ms. S. Savita, IQAC Cell Coordinator, AVP College of Arts and Science, to give a red carpet welcome to everyone present here.
Good evening to one and all present here. Good evening to the dignitaries present in the digital forum. I deem it a great privilege in welcoming you all for the valedictory session of the 7 days International Virtual Faculty Development Program on Craft of the Research and Publication, organized by AVP College of Arts and Science in collaboration with Cape Comorin Trust. We wholeheartedly welcome the visionary of AVP institutions, Mr. A. Karthikeyan Sir, past Governor General and Rotarian Chairman of AVP institutions in his absence. We would also like to extend a special welcome to Dr. R.S. Regin Silva, President, Cape Comorin Trust, Tamil Nadu, Ms. Shailaja, and other trust members who have made a lot of contributions for this event to happen. With a deep sense of gratitude, we welcome all the resource persons who have shared their knowledge and expertise with us. We welcome Dr. Kalpana Rajput from Jayoti Vidyapat Women's University, Jaipur, Dr. Travan Javan, Faculty of Agricultural Sciences and Food, Macedonia, Dr. Aparna Negi from Himachal Pradesh University, India, Professor Dr. Pratik Rajan Manjekar, Counselor, Global Educator and Visiting Faculty of many universities, Dr. Neera Radan, Associate Professor, Mechanical Engineering, Suez Canal University from Egypt, Professor Azra from Payamnur University, Koy, Iran, Dr. Ramakanta Mohalik from Utkal University, Odisha, Professor Nada, Faculty of Economics, Business and Tourism Split, Croatia, Dr. S. Bharatwaj from Gitam, deemed to be University, Hyderabad, India, Dr. Kalpana Sajita, Head, Department of Economics, Kant University, Gujarat, Dr. Shrichal Machindra Randir, Assistant Professor from Pune University, India, Professor Mohammed Shahir Parvez, Founder and CEO of Independent Perception and Research Club, Bangladesh, Mr. Juan Eric, DTM, author and international popular speaker, Alberta, Canada, Dr. Hadi Hedred, Head of English Language, Department in Gulen, Iran, Professor Dr. Frelin D. Mobo, Professor from Philippines Merchant Marine Academy, Philippines, Professor Faisal Fayez, CEO, Neuron Technologies from Pakistan. We welcome you all. We cordially welcome our principal, Dr. M. Leelavati, who supports us in all our endeavors. We extend a warm welcome to all the participants from various parts of the world. I do welcome the heads of various departments and members of faculty of AVP College of Arts and Science. Once again, I welcome one and all present in this meet. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Nothing great will be achieved without great men, and men are only great if they are determined to do so. Moving on, may I now call upon the principal of AVP College of Arts and Science, Dr. M. Leelavati, madam, to deliver the valedictory address on the 7 days FTP.
Myrtala, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it louder voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're audible.
Yes, you're audible.
But I'm actually out of station, but from there I'm trying to give you the valedictory address. Respected Chairman of AVP College of Arts and Science, Rotarian, past District Governor, Thiru A. Karthikeyan, organizers of our college, this program, IQAC Cell, and Head Department of English, Dr. Regin Silvest, President, Cape Comorin Trust, India, participants, ladies and gentlemen on this digital platform, good evening to everybody present here. To start with, I would like to insist that faculty are the lifeblood of any educational institution. They are directly responsible for delivering the top of the line knowledge and training the students. In order to empower them to provide the best education for students, staff members must invest their time in getting best training while it is provided. Higher education pedagogies are rapidly evolving and it is becoming more and more crucial. Faculty should attend these type of programs, especially conferences, orientation programs, refresher programs, and they should read industry publications and exchange their best practices with their personal teaching circles. While the institutions take the lead in offering FDP training, benefits are more and more, and it is countless, of course. The benefits like instructors are equipped to adapt to new teaching methods, consistent student experiences can be established and maintained, and institutional leaders can be cultivated. Faculty burnout has always been an issue in higher education. And so this FDP can contribute to the maximum to lessen the feelings of burnout of teachers, and some of them can be easily minimized. And finally, I can tell this program also develop the students' outcomes. So usually these FDP programs aims at enhancing the academic and intellectual environment of the institutions by providing faculty members with enough opportunities to pursue research and also to participate in seminars, conferences, workshops, etc. So these programs focus on enhancing functional area expertise, improving one's classroom delivery, both as a teacher and a trainer, enhancing abilities in conducting meaningful research. So this initiative shall be of great benefit for the trainer, especially the junior faculties and senior faculties as well. Enriching the faculty's vitality in key domains like teaching, assessing, research, professionalism, and administration is perceived to improve academic performance of learners. So it is a standalone educational pedagogy in fostering knowledge and professional skills of faculty. So hope all these 7 days intellectual virtual FDP training on craft of the research and publication is of great importance, of course. And this program would have refreshed and enriched the faculty's minds. And for sure, teachers could take it to the classroom. I mean, though it is on research topic, this can easily be, communicated and passed on to students, like how to write assignment in a proper way, and from assignment to project paper, and from project paper, it can be again progressed to research papers as well. So topics like data collection, research methodology, quality and quantity concerns for the research, writing scientific research paper, selecting appropriate journal to pursue and publish manuscripts, meta-language skills which one has to develop, academic writing, rudiments of research methodology, and how to write an introduction to article, any article, how to structure the research paper, and thesis structure, business research process, the art of getting feedback, and writing literature review for thesis. Trends in research publication, how to write and publish a research article for Scopus journal, which of very much useful today, which have listened to the maximum possibilities I could, or all really wonderful areas covered all these days. And they are the need of the hour for new faculty members. I congratulate at this juncture all the speakers of different countries, which could have been, I could have even mentioned the names, but my IPAC coordinator has mentioned. So just I'm skipping on to from that side. All the speakers of different countries who shared their knowledge with the participants. Actually, this is the main successful parameter of any FDP program, and sharing the knowledge and how this knowledge is taken over to the classroom by the teacher. So this is very important. This parameter, I think all the speakers have achieved by all the invited speakers, of course. So my congratulations once again to all the speakers and to Capcom Interest who have arranged such a wonderful speakers for all these 7 days. So my today's take-home point for all the participants is that of this valedictory session is that cultivating a culture of continual learning will benefit all aspects of individual and the institution. This consistent quality in the classroom will for sure lead to happy students who get the most out of their learning expressions or experiences you can take. So the teachers can discuss all these things to the students in the classroom, and thereby they refresh themselves and the students are also getting new information. So I congratulate her once again, IPAC coordinator Mrs. Savita, and Dr. Mahalakshmi, Department of English head of her college, who has taken initiation for such a wonderful and beneficial program for all the teaching faculty of her college and other colleges of state, national, international too, in collaboration with the Capcom Interest. So once again, I congratulate all the organizers and the speakers of this program for all these 7 days virtual program. I hope we'll meet once again on the same platform very soon. Thank you so much.